It's Eddie Gray. Now he's an all-star, jackass. Yep. Hey, but he's still an all-star. Gosh dang it. And look. Here's the other thing. The home run derby, for one, I think has fallen a lot. That hurts my feelings because I remember. I don't know because I haven't watched it in so long.
I ended up watching just Twitter watching the big performances.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and there's a different format, right? Don't they do it by time now? Yeah. See, and what I hate about that is I feel like it takes away. Because I'm immediately at 40 home runs, and I'm like, it's time. Like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I said Berman's gone, by the way.
Okay.
Catch that phone.
Yeah, because I remember like just of course everybody's gonna remember Sosa and McGuire,
right?
But even with Josh Hamilton, I mean, like that was awesome. So I don't know. I don't like the format change, but I didn't even know it was last night, so I don't really have a right to complain.
And this is my other problem. Not even a problem.
I was just a day behind. I thought it was tonight. I thought the All-Star game was tomorrow.
The problem is, I love watching home run hitters. Just the actual swing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love it because baseball is the one thing I could never do.
Mm-hmm.
I just was never a natural swinger. It hurt my back, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't swing, just not a natural.
That's because you've never been married.
Seriously, I could not swing a bat.
Right.
Like, of course you can swing it hard, but you can't really just, like a real baseball.
No. I'm
just,
good. I'm good at men's league softball, where you just can tighten up and slow pitch. But I agree. I mean, that's not swinging.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like the net.
I'm with you.
Yeah, you got to think. My high school, like if I, athlete outside of my sport was King Griffey. I loved watching him just swing, a bat.
Yeah.
And like I said, my envy of never being able to do it is just like, if I could, I wish I could play baseball.
I know.
Because I know I can do everything else on a baseball field, except
that. I know. Yeah. See, I feel confident with my glove.
You're right.
For being a bigger guy, even in men's league still I play right center, which is not the it's not the full center, but you're right center. I mean, you're still going to catch a lot of where you got to run them down and stuff. I mean, I'm fine with that. I just
right out there.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm actually right there with you.
Yeah, there's no position that I could not play other than being in a batting spot.
I actually got on Elijah last night and said, just a play. I don't know. We was talking after practice, and I was like, dude, that can't keep happening. I was like, look, I'm not gonna pay for you to play anymore. And he said,
"Are you already having those conversations?"
He said, "Can I play? I'll play baseball." I was like, you think I'm gonna let you go play baseball, which is harder to play, probably the hardest sport to play,
and more expensive.
Yeah,
it might be more expensive as well.
Probably is, but I do think baseball is the hardest sport. Now, I'm not saying I think the NBA and the NFL are the best athletes in the world, and that on your body is obviously harder. But baseball is one of the hardest sports to play. I mean, it takes an incredible skill to do that.
Like I said, I've seen Cameron lock in for 20 years.
I would venture. I would love to see. Could you score? Which would be easier, scoring a point on Terry Rozier, or hitting a 92-mile-an-hour fastball?
Right.
I'm not having that full debate, but I'm saying like it's
that's a
comparable. It's like, I mean, it's extremely hard.
And right, and when Terry's really playing, not even letting you shoot the lucky hook shot.
Yeah, where you pretty much are just going to have to eventually just get one of those. Oh, I got it. It went in.
You just throw it up.
But that's what you're going to do if you're swinging at and I'm saying 92. I didn't even go Chapman, 100, where you're just going to shut your eyes and.
Yeah, I watched Cameron Maben, Aroldis Chapman in person, up close, up in Cincinnati. It was unbelievable.
I talked to somebody we know, our local umpire, who said they were doing Chapman game, and said you could hear the ball, like it was like, like as it was coming in. You know what I mean? It's like, good Lord. No.
People have been posting a lot of pictures lately.
Yeah.
With the angles behind the pitcher.
I know.
And watching the movement. Good job, y'all. Like all of my social media friends who are just like appreciating a good nasty pitch.
Yeah.
And just buckling back. Like I've been enjoying the Twitter, the way social media has been doing with baseball.
Yeah.
Like this has been fun. Speaking of fun.
Yeah, where's this coming from?
Where is this coming from? Starting off the show. Thanks for joining us on 93.9. Mr. Butch, how's it going, my man?
Hello, Butch. Yep. That's kind of odd. Okay. That's kind of the go-to line with Trout. Everybody says Mike Trout. I mean, he is. He's probably the best player. You wouldn't recognize him. I agree to an extent. Characters always make it a little bit better in sports, but I don't know. The Reds are playing well. They're only 3.5 back. That's all I need.
As far as
baseball.
That's all you need to enjoy it.
Yep. So we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna get back to it. So let's go. Quick question: would you consider we do have some important topics today that we want to get to that I don't think you've heard anybody else talk about today. So, Crean brings in our summer league stats. I want to point one out, and then I want to. Then I have a question about that stat though. Do you think this is a decent stat line? 10 points, 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block in 30 minutes.
That's a summer league.
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes is good. A lot of playing time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good stat line.
It's Brian Bowen.
I think I knew that too.
Now, here's the only thing I question with Crean. Crean does the local wrap up. It's got players, but I'm not sure why a South Carolina player is relevant. But
are you gonna do that this morning?
It's under Louisville. I didn't know that. He didn't play.
Is he right there?
He didn't play. He didn't play for Louisville. He was a South Carolina guy. But Brian Bowen said he was under Louisville.
No, Steve has taken up the fight of stop putting Louisville recruit Brian Bowen, put South Carolina attendee actual player.
He had 10, 8, and 5. I mean, he had a good game. Yeah. He's a good player. Probably would have won a championship.
You threw me all the way off.
It's okay. I'm actually rooting for him. I'm actually rooting for him because I mean.
And once you heard his dad on
I know. Dude, your dad was a nut.
Yeah, he was just working the system.
I know.
And it was so obvious during the trial. Your dad was just selling, to the highest bidder.
I know.
The AAU coach, you were just trying to make a deal.
And the kid,
he had no idea. They asked him, he was like, at the end of the day, that's my dad.
I know. And here's the thing. He won me over when he stayed in school, tried to get eligible. When he went to South Carolina, went to school, tried to get eligible. Like, he could have immediately where I would have said, and I'm not saying I would have jumped on him, but where I would have said, okay, he was a part of it, is if as soon as it all come out, he's like, yeah, I'm going to play in the D League.
Right.
I'm going overseas. You know,
I mean, and think about it. That whole narrative was how do you not know that's your dad? Because I play basketball.
Yeah.
And I let my dad, guide me. No, surely you had to be.
I know.
No, you don't know who your AAU coach is talking to.
Right.
Oh, hey, coach, are you talking to that guy on my behalf?
Yeah.
You were negotiating something. You don't.
I know.
You play basketball.
Yeah. So that one, like I said, I find myself kind of rooting for him to do well. Just because he had a lot against him. But that's interesting with the Brian Bowen thing. Some other interesting things.
You got to quarterback this part of it.
In that wheelhouse.
Listen, you have to quarterback this one, and I'll say this now because Brian, I had one of those mornings. This was a 5-alarm morning.
I almost told you to go to the hospital.
Why's that?
The conversation we had this morning. I was like, dude.
Yeah, I've been out of it, right?
We had one of the talks this morning where he was almost like, we do radio? Yes, dude.
Yes. Listen, the sound is bad. Okay. It was a late start.
Yeah.
You bombarded me with ideas of things we talked about yesterday. And the things we talked about yesterday kind of connected into a dream that I was having. Like my dreams and our conversations, they mix a little too heavily, right?
Apparently.
So by the time we were finished talking, I'm like, I don't know what was reality and what was dream.
It's funny. I have called you before, and I've learned we're starting to get into the part of, I guess, where we're bleeding over from actually having a friendship now to where I know I've called you, had a quick conversation, hung up, and looked at Charity and was like, he's asleep. I'll have to call him back. Had that exact same conversation.
He was 1 second away from
sleeping. Yeah. He doesn't realize he picked his phone up.
Yeah,
because
enough.
I'm like, when I call a certain time of day, if you don't pick up, I'm like, all right, he's sleeping, whatever, he'll be back up. But there's sometimes you do, and I'm like, at first, it took me a minute to realize too, because at first I was like, is he that? Like, Marcus, I joke around. Marcus isn't sitting around drunk. You know what I mean? So, but there's been the first couple times I was like, dude, he is wasted. And it's 4:30.
No,
and then I realized, I'm like, oh, he's asleep.
He's absolutely
knocked out. He has no idea he picked the phone up.
Yeah, what'd you say? Okay, so
yeah.
Now that we got that out of the way.
Okay. Since we can't play the sound, heard a little bit on podcast yesterday of Eric Crawford.
Uh-huh.
Let me preface it with this too. Anytime I see a guy like Eric Crawford, so you can't hit me with is Mark Neal? Yeah, Mark knows I listen to Mark every evening. Anytime I see an interview with somebody like Eric Crawford, Chris Mack, certain names, I always go listen.
Right.
Because I think there's certain
you're gonna
guys
get something
around the city that I think, Jeff Greer's one.
Yep.
Anytime Jeff Greer's on, I don't care what show it's on, what station it's on, I'm going to find a way to listen podcast or something. So I go back yesterday, I checked the Eric Crawford interview out last night. Eric Crawford says a little something in there. And let me see because I want to take you down a road with this one where you can follow me. Article comes out a few weeks ago, a couple months, maybe a month ago. Stan Wilcox from the NCAA. Remember we did the whole show.
Yep, we didn't like his statements, like his Stan Wilcox from the NCAA being a little brazen. Oh, I feel sorry for the first people as they're gonna get it, and we're like, why would you even be throwing that out there before notice of allegations even come out? Like,
sure,
it was uncomfortable. It was unsettling.
Absolutely was. So we hear that article, we hear the stuff they're saying about the NCAA is really going to come after some of these schools. Not too long after that, Vince Tyre in an interview says he has spoken with Stan Wilcox about what's going on here. Fast forward to yesterday. Listen to a podcast here at Eric Crawford. Eric Crawford on this interview, and I'm going to paraphrase, and I'm going to be very, very careful to paraphrase because I know Eric Crawford's a man who's going to take what he says very, if you're gonna say what he said, it needs to be right. Says he's spoken with people close to the university, and they don't necessarily expect. I don't know if he said kind of in the first wave or in the first little bit here. To get along the lines, to get certain things, coming in, notice of allegations, different stuff. Now, this is me. I'm putting two and two together here.
Okay.
If Vince Tyree talked to Stan Wilcox, and people close to the university or who would know things are saying things along the lines of, I'm not sure we're not really expecting something in the next couple weeks to be us. Dare I say,
listen closely, people.
With the UConn punishment just coming down, with Stan Wilcox repeatedly in that article talking about vacation of games and players that played, maybe, just maybe, what we're saying all along has been right. And I'm okay with you questioning that because
reserving judgment.
I think we're all guilty over the last 2 years of hoping, well, surely they won't take that. Oh, they did. Well, surely they won't do this. Well, they did.
Right.
But this time with Brian, and that's why I kind of make the joke about Bowen never playing here.
Right.
That's me. There's no, hey.
In the middle of the show.
You never want your phone to ring in the middle of the show, especially when you're talking about stuff like, oh, Vince.
Oops.
Yeah, go ahead and shut it down. But with U of L, you're not dealing with any vacation of anything. Brian Bowen never played. That's one thing we all 1,000% know. You're not dealing with vacation of any sort of record.
Ineligible players.
Any ineligible players playing at Louisville. This is not something you're dealing with. I think putting two and two together, we're getting a little bit closer to the view coming clear that some major show causes are going to be levied towards Rick Pitino, towards Jordan Fair, towards maybe Kenny Johnson.
Right.
And U of L's going to get something.
But here's the thing. Which would totally what would make more sense than 5-year show causes?
Yeah.
3. Think about it. How many years did Kevin Ollie coach at UConn? 2?
No, he was there for
3.
No, he's probably there for 5, 6.
I didn't think he
He won in 14.
His first year, right?
His second year.
Okay.
He won so 13 was his first year, 14, 15, 16. Probably about 4 years.
Okay.
4, maybe 5.
Okay. 4 years, and you got it. Let's say 4 or 5 years, and you have a 3-year show cause, right?
Yeah. But at Rick's age, a 4 or 5 year show cause ends his career.
If he gets any kind of
ends his college career, I'm sorry.
Any kind of show cause to me ends.
Agreed.
Yeah, because he's already under a natural show cause.
And I think Rick knows it's coming. Because he has repeatedly started to push the narrative. I'm coming back. I just want to work in the NBA. I'm saying I want to be a head coach. I just want to work in the NBA. All of a sudden, I just want to be an NBA guy. I don't want to do college. I think he knows it's coming. I'm trying my hardest, dude, not to get my hopes up. But I really think that's where we're headed. And when I heard that yesterday, and I put that together, and I say, Vince, because...
And Mac doesn't strike you as a dishonest person. And whenever asked about it, he
exactly. That was where I was going, yeah.
Oh, sorry about
that.
No.
Go, you do that.
He gives you the absolute vibe, like, yeah, I mean, something, but nah, I don't, like his... You're not nonchalant like that. When you have this opportunity that he has, you don't... Nobody's that cool.
Vince and Mac legitimately have come off And as I'm talking to Diener about this in the back before the show, we're kind of just chatting about what I was saying,
right.
this and that. His first thing was, well, it would make sense why Mac and Tyree seem so confident.
He said that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is, like I said, this is us, body language, rumor mill, and
I'm okay because part of me, I joked with Drew, because part of me did this too, and I'm okay if this is what you're doing. I'm like, of course, they'll probably just take us out of the tournament for 3 years.
Right.
It's
right.
Like, it's like, yeah, I get that attitude also.
Yeah.
But more and more signs are pointing towards this being, and again, I don't see a scenario we get nothing. Like we don't get recruiting restrictions to an extent, a scholarship or two, or something.
But again, you can say if there's put it this way, Steve, if there's an open line of communication with Vince Tyree and the NCAA since he's taken over, right?
Yeah.
If there's an open line, you remember that big meeting they had where it was Tom and Rick and they were in there for 8 hours and like those kind of meetings, if you get that kind of in front of the NCAA, I would love to be a fly on the wall and just look at the posture of Coach Mack and Vince Tyree sitting in that same type of meeting saying, how would I know any of that?
Yeah.
We've been here.
Yeah.
We've been here. Tyree's been here 2 years.
Yeah.
Mac's been here a calendar year. These names you're going to say are absolutely irrelevant to the entire program. I would love to bring Vince Tyree and Chris Mack into an NCAA notice of allegations meeting.
And say, I've never met Brian Bowen in my life. I didn't recruit him at Xavier.
2016?
Yeah.
2017?
Yeah.
It's 2019.
Yeah.
I don't. We don't even have a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know anybody. So what are we doing here? Hey, let's order some food.
I know.
So we got to be here. NCAA. This is on the NCAA budget.
Yeah.
Let's just order. Listen. Let's just order some steak quesadillas or something.
Yeah. Well. No. Absolutely.
Right.
Well. And you talking about the meeting. The other thing that this kind of is almost, I'm ready to. Nothing's ever 100.
Yeah.
But I'm almost ready.
And you can't predict unprecedented.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm almost ready to stamp. This year is you're good. Nothing's coming. You're fine. There's not going to be because especially if you're not even in the first wave. I mean, this year is breathe easy.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a fun year. Going through this, and I know you hate to say that because that implies that maybe the next year, or maybe the year after. But I think you are. But the other thing
to me, if you're not in the first wave, you're not losing postseasons.
I tend to agree. I tend to agree.
And any discipline you get after the first wave, you can take round 10.
I think will be more scholarship, more recruiting time, more maybe they hit you with something like official visits, can't be on campus and stuff, which is brutal stuff.
Especially with our campus.
I know. No, seriously, that's a big deal. But I don't know.
But any violation you get or any judgment you get it's going to be laugh worthy.
Yeah. Well, compared to what we've got, I mean, last time you got the harshest punishment ever handed down in the history of the NCAA. I mean, so anything from this point would be high.
Imagine if somebody said 5 scholarships over 3 years. You would be like,
I'll give them, you can have that now. I mean, God, we really don't need 13. We learned that last year. We'll take 12.
I need them all.
No, give me 12 solid scholarship dudes. And I mean, that would be like dropping Quinn.
Quinn has some potential.
No, I like Quinn.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, I would still be as excited right now.
Right.
I'd still be jacked about the season, so.
Point being, we went down this whole road of conversation saying right now the meter says signs are pointing to, to a change in the okay NCAA sanctions towards Ali versus what and Eric Crawford, his tone,
Yeah, yeah.
him digging around, his tone felt like that. My tone feels like that. We through the media, whenever Tyree or Mack is asked,
Yeah.
the tone is not in a defensive way.
No.
There's like you ask somebody a question, you know what tap dancing looks like.
Oh yeah.
You know when people start over explaining themselves. Well, I think that Louisville's in a position where they would have to show that like there is no conversation. There is a kind of an open like, well, we're just gonna sit back and let them do their thing, and hey, well, any messages we get from the NCAA will be fine. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm worried about this shit.
Well, it's and Vince. I mean, almost to a fault, has been very honest. I think when he talks, um, and I don't want to say to a fault because it's almost been needed to be that way. I mean, especially when you had a board that was kept using the transparent word,
right.
and he kept getting thrown out in the front. It was like, well, I've almost got to be wide open with what's going on. Whereas I don't think though that will continue, and I don't want it to continue. Because some things don't need to be known.
That's how I am with the Coach Mac thing. I'm like, listen, stop with your awesome, wonderful posts about Louisville basketball and the offense and the workouts, and stop giving everything away.
Right? Yeah. No. I mean that's fair too. So, but I mean, yeah. I think if there was something, the way and the manner in which Vince says, just like Chris Mack says, no, I think we're pretty good on that. I think there's something there more than we're just putting it out there that we're okay. So, I don't know. I mean, I feel.
You want to click on that top text line?
Yeah, we'll catch it in the second hour. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel pretty good with it though. I'm starting to feel better.
We will address the text line 3831-939. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Babe at 8150. 939 is the number on 939 Ville.
UPS is currently hiring package handlers for its preload operation. Earn $13 an hour and receive up to $250 in weekly attendance bonuses while working up to a career as a package car driver.
So,
You tell me.
not too much. Holy shit, that's a novel. That's a good book.
Which is hard, baseball or softball. I'm not reading it. Oh yeah, you're in the peeling stage.
Oh yeah. I just can't sleep because I lay on my belly and I put my arm under my pillow and I lay on it. That's how I sleep. And this is the part that's burnt. So like I can't get comfortable because I can't lay the way I usually
That's
lay.
the worst, man.
Come on, man.
I used to be a belly sleeper,
Yeah.
then I changed.
Belly inside.
Billy Reed gone up first pitch on Friday night. Is he gonna get booed on the field of the South Enders show? That's pretty funny.
Go back and get that thing. It has to be something you can do.
Someone tell Brian his mom took those Jordan posters down. That's funny.
Topped handcrafted pizza and chopped
That
salad.
should be it.
Follow the house-made crust,
Should be a
signature
very
sauces,
simple answer.
specialty toppings, and chopped salad.
Who's
While you're
been
dining in the
who's been
crowd,
writing more
all
often?
together in setting room or becoming a future Cardinal, it's pizza in just 136 seconds. Enjoy topped Cardinal Town, located at 323 West Cardinal Boulevard, right next to Qdoba. And you can enjoy carryout orders to fit your busy schedule when you order online at toppedpizza.com. Plus, homemade appetizers and desserts, topped handcrafted pizza and chopped salads.
Can you go to the YouTube channel on your phone? Mm-hmm. See what it sounds like. Scratching. Does it sound like, is that scratching in the background?
Somebody said they can't hear the caller.
Something's. You can hear us now?
I can't hear the commercials.
But you can hear us?
Yeah.
That's wrong. I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 939 is the station. All technical difficulties have been resolved.
Figured it out. It's okay. Look, you just had one of those. It's the summer. You've had one of those days. We all have. It's okay. You said it was a five sleep.
Five alarm
day, man. We will give you a pass. I'm just happy because I know this is gonna be the worst statement I've ever made. This is like the fastest summer ever. I can't believe it's already July 9th. Like I'm okay. I have next week. The week after, I'm going to go to Pigeon Forge. All of a sudden, you're like, dude, August. 3 weeks from football. Literally, because, I mean,
it's like 119 days till basketball season starts.
I know. They have that week 0 in football this year. So, and I think, like, Miami and Florida are playing on that week 0. Like, I mean, it's huge. I mean, you're talking the 3rd week of August. I mean, we're going to get Hall of Fame game coming up. We're going to get... we're doing a dynasty draft. My one league, I'm going to get in this league here.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to get in this league finally with all the coworkers this year and do one that's like that. But my main league, we're going to dynasty, where you pick your team and that's your squad. You can trade picks. Yeah. You can. Then every year you have a 3-round draft where you can take rookies and free agents. And
I have too much commitment anxiety to do that.
I know it's intense, but we've all done it for about 7 years now, 8 years. So
you know what Mac's doing right now?
It better be whatever it is. It better be over at the practice facility.
They're out like recruiting. Do you feel like this team stop recruiting right now?
I know. No, because you can't. Because
I'm all in right now.
Because if we are to be as good as we hope, you're probably going to lose. Well, we know we're going to lose Ryan, Sutton, and Steve. And to win a championship, I mean, you're definitely going to lose Wara or Sam, maybe both. So
don't say. Let's just say Elite Eight, because that's where we decided was the floor.
Did we?
Yesterday we didn't decide that. You're scaring me. Here's what happened, Brian. Yesterday I posted the quick.
Oh,
hey, bro.
Hey,
you busy back there, Ryan?
Yeah.
Say hi to Dawn.
Hope there's husbands listening to that.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Brian, yesterday at the end of the day, evening, usually about 9, 10 o'clock,
Yep.
you get the last bit of Twitter scrollers. So, it's a high time to, post stingers. little clips of the show, and to get people, get a chance.
The highlights.
Yeah. So I posted the quote of Steve talking about looking at the condensed games, all ACC available condensed games, and going through the history and kind of 2013 and comparing the top 5 starts of the season, all this good stuff, right? And at the end of this video clip, Steve Rummage says, "Christopher Mack, you better not screw this up." Right? Like, do you remember him saying that yesterday?
I do, because he was talking. Yeah, he's out of the honeymoon phase.
Right, but here's the thing: when I heard it yesterday, I was trying to decide how harsh did that really sound. Like, I
hopefully very harsh.
See, we got.
Steve made a point to make it harsh at the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you and I, and we all who listened to the show had context to that, right? Of course, you purposely want to put it in a position to be like, "Oh my God, did Steve just go there with it?"
Mm-hmm. No, I did. It's exactly what I meant.
What would be considered screwing it up? And this is cleanup from yesterday's statement.
Well, I mean,
not cleanup, but
I think anything below, I said this, below a 4 seed would be a start. A first weekend loss. If you're a 1 through 4.
If you're 1 and 2.
Well, if you're 1 and 2, then it's a colossal failure if you lose in week 1.
Okay.
Because then I'm gonna be maybe not necessarily on the air yet.
Okay, tough game, Sweet 16 game. Tough loss.
That's still not gonna feel good.
I mean, no loss feels good.
But no, if they're a 1 or a 2.
If they're a 1 or a 2, then the 8 is the floor.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of where I was going.
Yeah, because I mean, again, we go back to yesterday's conversation with you look back at what previous teams have
Elite
done.
8, you're in it, man.
Yeah,
Elite 8, you're just in it.
And if you lose an Elite 8 game, as mad as I will be,
I think Elite 8 is my permanent floor. I mean my permanent, like, dude.
I mean, we mock KCD every year, and it's funny watching Kentucky completely choke off their rear end in the Elite 8 year in and year out. Hopefully, we don't lose to a crap team like they find a way to do. But I just, at the end of the day, the reason we celebrate so hard is because it's,
they're in it.
Oh, they're in the Elite 8.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's such a celebration.
Yeah, Elite 8.
They lose in the first round. We're just, y'all suck. But it's painful watching a run to the Elite 8 for a rival team.
Right.
It's like, are they ever going to lose?
Right.
It feels like the longest week, ever.
When you're not in it.
Yeah, when you're not in it. So, I would say Elite 8, man. Like, especially if you're a 1 or a 2 Elite 8. If you're a 4, you still got to get to the second round.
To the second weekend.
I'm sorry. Yeah, second weekend.
Is that yes? Consider second round.
No, I said second round, second weekend. You're right. Yeah, because I mean, then if you lose,
because that means you're a top 15 team.
But you shouldn't be a 4. If you start out in the top 5, you should be a 4. You shouldn't be a 4. You shouldn't.
Are you trying to convince yourself of that?
No, you just shouldn't be a 4. I'm sorry. If we start in the top 5 with the schedule we play, which is a tough schedule, I don't want to come off like I'm like, we don't play nobody. I mean, yeah. I mean, well, considering what we just came off of, maybe the hardest schedule of all time. Yeah.
And you have a team that's been there in the hardest schedule.
I mean, we go to that's the point. Because I mean, still this year, don't get me wrong, we play the defending runner-up. We play Michigan at home, who has a whole new life about them with Juwan Howard.
We played the champion twice.
Yeah, we played the champions twice. Play at Cameron. We played North Carolina. We play Western, who's probably going to find their way into the top 25 for most of the season or some of the season at least in Nashville.
Probably early.
Which is going to be a Western in Nashville. I mean, the only reason you play Western, that's a home game for Western. You just play at Nashville because you don't want to go to.
After the way y'all try to bait us into fighting.
Diddle. Yeah. But, right. I mean.
We tried to lose Montrez.
We did. Golly. We did. We lost them for a game. So, yeah, I mean, between all that, I mean, no, it's a brutal schedule. Brutal schedule, man. So,
but we should be the better team in that.
We are, yes. It's like, dude, so like, I don't think it's that crazy. 1 through 4.
But 4 still, I mean, the way you're saying it, like 4 is the disappointing spot.
It's close. Like I've just watched a lot of Louisville teams make good runs from the 4 spot.
Are you done with following the recruiting?
No. What do you mean?
Like like once you start locking into.
Oh, I don't care near as much this summer about the 2020 class like I did last year.
That's
that's
absolutely,
what I'm asking. Now at Louisville Live, I will. Scrub be there, Brakefield be there. A few of those guys. Of course, that night I'm going to be like, I love my team, but I'm also really focused on these guys. Like, come on, we need you. But
I don't know. I think here's the thing. Yesterday, probably yesterday evening, I sent you that tweet, Steve. There was always the first one. Like you knew this tweet was coming.
Sure.
The one I sent you last night. Better do it now, the Rick players. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's okay.
But you got the class.
Yeah.
This class that Mac just brought in, the 6, right?
Yeah.
It has really turned me into a probably 30% less of a recruiting follower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the team that I'm not worried about him replenishing the cupboard.
Right.
As much as I'm worried about, like my future just became a lot shorter. My tolerance, my patience became a lot shorter. That's why I'm saying like you made the point this morning that when people heard you say what you said yesterday, the critical, the critical nature.
Sure, yeah.
That's when I'm telling you the truth.
Absolutely.
About what I think about the expectations.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
because there's nothing worse
yeah.
than making ridiculous expectations. Like I said, I was dead serious when I said when a coach hears you say, 4 seed is going to be a disappointment, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds stupid to them.
Yeah.
But they're smart enough to know the context of it, right?
Absolutely.
But when I joined the negative Nancy's, because here's the thing, when people want to make you look bad,
yeah,
they set ridiculous expectations.
Sure.
Oh, well, if Louisville doesn't finish at the final, if they're preseason number 4, they should be in the Final Four. You know?
Right.
And once they do that in a snarky way, just to wait for the day, they lose in the Elite 8, and then it was failure year. I don't care how you turn it, it's a failure year.
Right.
I don't like that setup narrative.
No, absolutely not.
But at the same time, I can say, okay, you got the squad. That setup narrative is coming.
Yeah.
And I can't hold them off anymore.
Yeah.
Like I can't hold them off my own brain.
Absolutely. That's why I said, in talking to you this morning, I said, especially with us, with how we do radio, with how we feel about Louisville, I think when you hear us.
About sports.
Yeah, well, absolutely. But when you hear us say, all right, dude, you've got to do pretty good.
I think I like Boston Celtics more than the Lakers.
Well, that's your prerogative. I'll be the Lakers guy. That's fine.
Brian Hall, do you know who's on the Celtics team?
You like Biggie, I like Pac.
Yeah, you want me to run down the starting 5 real quick?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure you know.
It's Kimball Walker, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, Marcus Smart, Enes Kanter.
Taco Fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you realize they have Taco Fall?
Is that why they let Al Horford go? Because they knew they had Taco Fall there ready to go?
No. You let Horford go because not only do you have Taco Fall, you have Grant Williams.
Oh, yeah. You got Grant Williams.
Wait. You have Carson Edwards from Purdue.
You got Tremont Waters.
You have Romeo Langford from Indiana.
They're going to be good again.
See, like when I was watching the Summer League, and I'm like, damn, they got Taco Fall and Grant Williams and Romeo and Carson, and that's just your little rookie, team.
They had a 4-player draft, and all 4 players were highly productive in college.
Yeah, I listen, and I like Tatum. Like, Tatum got game.
So does Jaylen Brown.
Kemba Walker got game.
Oh, yeah.
Game.
No, yeah.
And Gordon Hayward finally is going to be healthy.
Yeah. No, they're good. Yeah. I mean, I'm not arguing that. They're good.
You put them against the Lakers right now, who wins?
The Lakers.
See, the thing is they're good from like the 4 down, but they got to get a big man.
You're scared. They got Taco Fall.
No, I mean, you're going to be starting Grant Williams probably, which is fine. And I think Grant Williams will be a great player.
Let's watch Taco Fall and Anthony Davis.
Right now, they're probably projected starting center as Enes Kanter.
Have at it.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say Anthony Davis will end his career.
You think Anthony Davis is better than Taco Fall?
I'm not doing this. I'm not wasting one.
Taco Fall locked down Zion Williamson.
I'm not going to be on my deathbed and say I wasted 5 minutes to get to a break on arguing if Anthony Davis is better than Taco Fall.
Over the next 10 years, you take Anthony Davis over Taco Fall to start a franchise.
Yes, Marcus. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, if I gave you Taco Fall and Grant Williams, and you just got Anthony Davis.
Yes, Marcus. I would still take one of the top 3 players in the freaking world. Yeah. Yeah, I would. Or 4, if you want to say. I don't care. Yes.
See, this is why I know y'all don't know basketball.
Oh, my God.
Anybody that's taken Anthony Davis over Taco, play us out, Brian. Because at this point, I can tell you guys don't know athleticism and things that are irreplaceable. Taco Fall and what he brings to the table as far as 7'6" coordination, athleticism. He's huge. He's absolutely huge. His basketball IQ, they're learning these things right now.
Oh my God.
They're absolutely learning it.
Hey, you can die on this one. Go ahead.
No,
let's just hang out on there. Just walk that plank alone, buddy.
Listen, he's experienced. Got 4 years in, tournament runs, took teams that with no talent to deep tournament runs. They had no answer for him.
I think it's time to get out of here.
I mean, Anthony Davis.
Maybe we need to get Marcus some medicine at the break.
Anthony Davis is in the back 9 of his career.
Dude, you need to go smoke a little weed at the break.
Yeah.
Taco Fall.
I need weed.
Taco Fall.
Actually, something stronger.
Is going.
I need something illegal.
No, he doesn't sit in the paint. That's the thing. You haven't been watching, Texter.
No, he does.
Taco Fall's basketball IQ has been showing all summer league, and I need y'all to start paying a lot more attention.
He's played 2 games.
And you're starting to learn. Like he was Boston's #1 target outside of the draft.
I'm with you on Romeo. Romeo will be good.
And they got Romeo. And they got Grant Williams. And they got Carson Edwards. And they got
Williams and Carson will be good.
I'm not sure I would take Taco Fall over Cousins at this point.
Cousins is an all-time great.
So
you're already putting Taco Fall in all.
Because I'm not indulging in it.
Taco Fall's the next George Mearjon.
Oh, there we go. That's a good.
Are
that's
you
a good
kidding
comparison.
me?
Sean Bradley.
Are you kidding me?
Good little Sean Bradley.
Could be a little Sean Bradley.
Yeah,
maybe. Sean Bradley was better though.
Like a bigger Manute Bowl.
He would
I don't
kill
think
Manute Bowl.
You'd take Taco Fall over Bowl.
All day and twice on Sunday. Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number on 939 DeVille.
With UPS, future you graduates from Metro College with 0 debt. How? As a package handler, you'll have a great job while you attend Metro College and 100%.
Home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and best sports talk. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Great job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The weather may be warm, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be dry. So don't let rain give you an excuse to not work out. Take away any excuse making by visiting Fitness Market. It's a lot easier to hit the treadmill or elliptical when it's down the hall and not a drive to the gym away. I have a Precourt treadmill from Fitness Market, and I see firsthand why it's the gold standard. It's better quality than the ones I run on at the gym, and right now at Fitness Market, you can get a Precourt treadmill starting at $39 per month or an elliptical starting at $36 a month. And if you need to get a piece of equipment serviced, their service division, the Treadmill Medic, is what Chris and Pat Wider founded the business on 19 years ago. No matter what your exercise needs are, Fitness Market will have the selection you need, from treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, indoor bikes, weights, to even e-bikes. Besides Precourt, you can find brands like Matrix, Kaiser, Spirit, and Hoist. Visit Fitness Market on Westport Road just inside the Snyder, or Plantside Drive and Waterson Trail, or online at thefitnessmarket.com.
Cheers to you, girl. I know you're excited about the new job.
Oh, thanks so much.
Hey, is that my engagement ring you're wearing?
Don't be silly. Oh, wow. They are identical. How did that happen?
Don't tell me. He went to jail.
Yeah, yours too, I guess.
Wow.
Don't make her settle for one of those cookie cutter rings from the big corporate chain jewelry stores. At Genesis Diamonds, you can get her a stunning one-of-a-kind designer ring, one that's as unique as she is. Genesis has over 4,000 handcrafted rings from world-class designers like Tacori, Verragio, Henry Dawsey, and others. These are designers that you'll never see in one of those mega corporate stores, but we have them starting at under $1,000. So ladies, don't settle for the ordinary, for a ring that will be yours and yours alone. Make sure he goes to
Genesis Diamonds.
Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza next to Trader Joe's, where Louisville gets engaged.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
UPS is currently hiring package handlers for its preload operation. Earn $13 an hour and receive up to $250 in weekly attendance bonuses while working up to a career as a package car driver. In as little as 6 months, you could have an opportunity to connect with customers and build lasting relationships in the community. Future you looks good in brown. Apply now at upsjobs.com or text BROWN to 33588. That's BROWN to 33588.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, Louisville. I'm Brian Hall. The Sports Center update brought to you by UPS Jobs. Graduate debt-free. Apply today at upsjobs.com. The MLB All-Star Game is tonight. You can catch it on our sister station ESPN 680 at 7:30. And the Reds are represented by pitchers Luis Castillo and Sonny Gray. The Home Run Derby was last night, and the Mets' Pete Alonso pulled off the win. But Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Jock Peterson put on a show in the second round, where Guerrero set a record for 40 home runs in a single round. The two were tied at 29 home runs each, and they had to go to triple overtime, which ended with Guerrero winning 40-39. Louisville baseball commit A.J. Vukovic participated in the high school home run derby at today's MLB All-Star Game festivities as well, and he finished second in the event with 6 home runs. And last but certainly not least, Louisville football has a new player on campus as Arizona grad transfer safety Isaiah Hayes has made it to campus. He will be immediately eligible with 2 years left, and for Arizona he recorded 58 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble in 16 games. He will compete for the starting safety spot with the Cards. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is SportsCenter.
The weather may be warm, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be dry. So don't let rain give you an excuse to not work out. Take away any excuse making by visiting Fitness Market. It's a lot easier to hit the treadmill or elliptical when it's down the hall and not a drive to the gym away. I have a Precourt treadmill from Fitness Market, and I see firsthand why it's the gold standard. It's better quality than the ones I run on at the gym, and right now at Fitness Market, you can get a Precourt treadmill starting at $39 per month or an elliptical starting at $36 a month. And if you need to get a piece of equipment serviced, their service division, the Treadmill Medic, is what Chris and Pat Wider founded the business on 19 years ago. No matter what your exercise needs are, Fitness Market will have the selection you need, from treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, indoor bikes, weights, to even e-bikes. Besides Precourt, you can find brands like Matrix, Kaiser, Spirit, and Hoist. Visit Fitness Market on Westport Road just inside the Snyder, or Plantside Drive and Waterson Trail, or online at thefitnessmarket.com.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 939 is the station. This is the part of the show where we like to help you out in your daily lives. You know, we want to pass along some things. Sometimes we want to give shout outs, some appreciation moments. Number one, thank you. Yesterday, the outpouring of support was greatly appreciated by the J. Brown Foundation. You know, got to talk about actually Jamon Brown, Deion Branch, Chris Redmond, you know, extending their efforts to help with the funeral costs of one fallen, Jared Lorenzen. So, you know, like I said, they really appreciate people, you know. Thank you, Texter. See, they're looking out for me.
I know.
I'm looking out for them. But point being, thank you. Like I said, that support, 502 Step Up, 502 5K Step Up on Sunday, July 14th. Go to jbrownfoundation.com. Register. Get a nice little 5K.
I thought yesterday's news about the funeral came off right. I felt good with it because I get squeamish a lot of times with those because I don't want that to come off as a publicity in any way.
Right.
And I thought it genuinely come off the way I think everybody hoped it would, with just trying to help.
Yeah, because I was worried about that.
I know.
You gonna help anybody out with any?
No.
Do we got any drops?
No, we got nothing.
We got no drops.
Nothing today.
How about that? How about us getting moody because we don't have a food drop coming in?
Phil went to Vegas.
He did.
He went to the Summer League.
He did. He said he applied for credentials to go to the Vegas Summer League.
Yep.
There's no way I would ever want to do that. There's no way. That just has too much of an AAU vibe.
Get out there watching Taco Fall falling around. Stupid.
Be careful. I think Taco Fall.
Texter says, check Maben's drink. He might be sipping on some scissor.
Avion scissor. Another thing, because Brian Hall wants me to make sure I tell you, no, it's not Brian Hall's job. This is Brian Hall's job to make sure I don't forget to let people know about some awesome, awesome things. Now, people, I know you've heard the commercial. I know you're laughing at the way I sounded on said commercial, but I was particularly, here's the thing. I'm going to say, I'm going to tell you a business, right? And I'm going to do my best to say it without slurring because it's kind of a tongue twister. It's called Hex Head Art. Hexheadart.com is the site in particular. Hex Head Art, people, is the man cave masterpiece guru. If you have a man cave, if you need artwork, if you see in the background of those of restaurants, the aluminum sculptures, 3-dimensional things like that, Hex Head Art is responsible. They have designs already made for Louisville fans, even Kentucky fans, people. Yes, them too, right? They're actually doing artwork for Coach Satterfield's office and the Howard Schnellenberger facility. So if you have a business that requires some cool man cave style aluminum artwork, hexheadart.com. The projects, the business logos, it's just a man cave masterpiece, and I'm going to be bringing you more of that. We're going to start sharing a lot of pictures on social media, but right now they just encourage you to visit the site, check it out, because who doesn't need upgrades everybody has to show their fandom a little bit. Steve, are you a man cave guy?
Absolutely.
You try to make the whole house a man cave if you get away with it.
I do. We have, luckily, I have a wife who's a big Louisville fan also, so that helps.
At what point are you going to need my own Steve Rummage room? How many years away is that?
I don't know. It's. I guess once I get a house that has an extra room that we don't need.
You always gonna need it.
Just be mine.
You're just gonna truck the basement.
Probably be a basement.
You're not a separate from the house like. I
don't. Well, here's the problem. I don't watch a lot of games at home. I'm always out doing pregame shows. The football games, I'm here. I'm at the games, the basketball games, the home games. I'm always at.
Right.
The away games, we're usually out doing pregame. I just don't watch a lot of games at home. And when I do watch games, my wife's very good at just. I got my rocker. She lets me kick up and watch football, and stuff. So.
She lets you throw.
Throw football?
No, throw the rocker.
I have thrown the rocker once.
So, Steve, there was a summer topic, a summer conversation. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939. This is a total summer conversation, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know how I want to quite operate this, but we always stumble into this conversation, right? When we're talking basketball, when we're talking football, we do the same thing. It's a natural. We're always looking for the perfect situation, right? Mm-hmm. If we could just add another backup point guard that we know could do this, if we could just add this quality to a certain player or a certain person. At this point, Steve, if we were going to add a player, would you choose football or basketball? Right now, if you could add the grad transfer of your dreams right now, would it be somebody for the basketball team or the football team?
The football team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you would, it would be a quarterback.
Probably.
Or,
okay, so you're saying I'm getting the top guy.
Yeah, you're getting the top grad transfer. The perfect player for this team.
It would be quarterback or another offensive tackle.
Brian Hall, I want you on this one. If you could add a grad transfer ideal player right now, the perfect player, Steve already went football, so we'll stay at football right now.
Yeah.
What position would he be?
In football, I mean, I'm with Steve. I mean, the quarterback's pretty strong, but if you look at it, I'd say maybe middle linebacker.
First texter says middle linebacker.
Pretty good.
Or running back.
Yeah, that's definitely fair.
Middle linebacker because the defenses, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole team struggled last year, but the defenses which struggled the most, and adding a quarterback to the defense at middle linebacker. The middle linebacker controls the whole defense. And basically, if you could get a veteran grad transfer middle linebacker that came in that had star power, that could kind of get everybody – because people don't give the middle linebacker enough credit for when he comes up to the line, he reads the quarterback's eyes, and he's like, you know, it tells the Sam linebacker to move out and tells the defensive lineman to hit here.
Give me a middle linebacker name that you would want on this team right now.
I mean, just like a hypothetical?
Yeah.
Oh, Ray Lewis.
Jesus Christ.
I knew that was coming.
I mean, what you want?
I don't know.
I mean, what do you want?
Yeah,
what do you want?
I'd take Ray Lewis on the squad.
I was meaning college, like all time.
I mean, I don't
like go get a middle linebacker from Louisville history, or one around college.
Okay, well, why don't we go with the
one that we would know?
Yeah, let's go with the Boz.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Did you go with the Boz?
I mean, what else you want, man? He was a really good. He was a really good college player.
No, what I was trying to do is say.
I thought you was just saying make one up.
Let's take an all
99 on Madden.
Let's
middle
take
linebacker.
Let's take an all-time Louisville linebacker.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay,
put
all
him
right,
on
let's
and put
do
him
that.
on this
Let's
team.
do that.
I was like Demetrius Rocker. That's what I would name him.
Look, Texas has one of the Bosa kids.
Yeah.
But they're all league now.
Yeah.
So we're going kind of realistic.
Give me a Louisville player that we've had that you would add to this team, and you feel like that would be the perfect player to put on this team.
Sam Madison.
Sam Madison, I like it.
Sam Madison gives
Madison is a good call.
Yeah, it gives you your shutdown corner.
I like that.
But it's not a middle linebacker.
I know.
You think this team needs Sam Madison?
I was trying to come up with a nice name. Linebackers, I mean, you could bring in the Hammer, bring Robert McCune back, throw him in at middle linebacker.
He was the best. I loved it.
What
my dad was like, I've told that story all the time. We're on an official visit. My dad's like, how much you benching? He was like,
we're kind of
475. Dad was like, what?
Who said that?
475.
Robert McCune.
Oh, he's a beast. Dude, he's the biggest player we've ever had.
I know. My dad was like, back
what
how
if
much you getting?
See, now I almost agree with this one. You put Elvis Dumerville on this team, and I'm like, yes, on.
Okay.
Yeah, pass rusher.
Yeah, an elite pass rusher.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
a good. Rusher. I would take that.
I would agree with that, but I actually think our pass rush is going to be better than people think.
I agree too.
On the edge, yeah. Dexter.
Well,
Heyman?
you know the middle. Or
Elvis
the defensive,
Dumerville was the best.
No, yeah, Dumerville's the one. You know the middle of the defensive front is kind of a struggle with.
Let's
the
just do one
tackle.
offense and one
What if
defense?
you did like a Moby Okoye?
Yeah.
And you got to run stuffer up the middle.
Yeah.
Moby or Elvis?
Well, I mean, probably Elvis, just because you would. I mean, pressure on the quarterback this year. When you go look at Kentucky last year. I don't care what anybody says. I told my father-in-law this all the time. He would say, Benny Snell. I'm like, dude, y'all are winning games because Josh Allen.
A one-man
pressure.
pressure.
Get pressure on the quarterback, it makes your corners may suck.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying their corners suck. Actually, Westry may make the Cowboys roster. So, I mean, but you can get away with having not up to par secondary and stuff if you can put pressure on the quarterback.
The Dumerville's a good call.
So of course I would go Elvis, but
Sheldon Rankins is good.
Oh yeah, Sheldon was good too up the middle. I was gonna say, what if we went to the offensive side and the offensive line is the struggle? So what if we just put a centerpiece right there in the middle and we bring like an Eric Wood?
Eric Wood. Yeah. I was gonna say
because I think one guy like an Eric Wood could that is at the center position to kind of control the offense would completely change the whole offensive line.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Teddy.
Yeah. Yeah, Teddy.
Just go give me Lamar. I was gonna say Lamar, but I felt like that was too cheap. Right?
They're so good, it's boring.
I know.
Teddy. Okay.
Yeah, Teddy, and
Yeah,
I get. Listen, I go get Teddy, and I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay, if Teddy's your quarterback right now, how many games do you win?
Oh well, you'd make a bowl.
If Teddy Bridgewater is the quarterback right now,
Yeah.
who has the better record with this team, Teddy Bridgewater or Lamar Jackson?
Ooh. Probably Teddy.
With this team, Lamar Jackson because he can scramble.
Okay, there you go.
Teddy Bridgewater.
I can't believe you said that.
I still think Teddy.
I can't believe you said that.
I did.
You said Lamar?
With this team.
You
said
it.
with this team.
Yeah.
This team, I think the offensive line's going to struggle. So you get a quarterback in there who's mobile, and he's going to put up more wins. If we had a good offensive line, I think Teddy Bridgewater gets more wins.
Mm-hmm. I could play that.
How blasphemous does this conversation feel?
Oh, not at all.
Because you have to knock one of them.
Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, I think they're two totally different players. They're two of the best quarterbacks we've ever had here. I mean, they're
Chris Redmond or Teddy Bridgewater on this team. Who wins more?
Well, that's where now.
I like both of those though.
That's not where. That's a Teddy. Hey, Teddy won the Sugar Bowl.
I know.
I really don't want to bash him players.
I
I'll take Teddy all day.
I know. Like
I'm not. Here. Let me just stop the conversation now. I'm not taking anybody over Teddy.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't either, man. On this specific team is the only variable.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Because
I
I
definitely
like
get what
Teddy
you were
regardless.
saying. Yeah, I definitely get what you were saying. I think, no, I'm not taking anybody over Teddy.
You're not taking any offensive player over Teddy.
I'm not taking any quarterback over Teddy.
Okay, well, give me an offensive player on this team. Like if you could just have your one player on this team.
Michael Bush. That's my guy. I think he was just a monster. I think you put him on his team. Satterfield likes to run the ball. I mean, Michael Bush all day. Like he just.
They may be inarguable.
I know. Yeah, dude. He just.
Somebody
plows,
argue with Steve. I mean, you could say Lamar.
Sure, but I think the way he plays. I mean, if pass was handing off.
If you could have one person.
If you had an elite Heisman candidate running back that was just a bull,
and
like
put him
Bush.
behind Mackay.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'd be like, dude, look, we're going to win games because we can run on, like you said before, if nothing else, we can run on the left side. We'll put Bentley, Mackay, and McCoy over there, and we'll say, look, we can run on this side of the line. We know that.
My brain just started going 1,000 miles an hour trying to come up with the perfect player to put on this team. And would it be Michael Bush?
I mean, to me it would, but
or Teddy. Teddy's so smart.
I love Teddy.
I mean, you got to go with one of the quarterbacks if you're really going to pick just one. But I do like the edge rusher. I like Elvis. I like Mike Bush. What if we went back in the day and the tight end spot seems to be a question mark right now, and you throw in a guy like Ivan Green?
Yeah, that's a good call.
I can't have Ivan without Redmond.
It's just not right.
Yeah, it's
just not right. They don't work together.
Yeah, they are a package deal.
They don't work apart.
I would cheat this whole game and say, Ivan and Chris have to be be together.
They just don't.
And then I'd have to add Arnold and Zeke Parker and Lavelle Boyd. They you know what? They can't play this game. Chris, because I see them walking into class. You know what I'm saying? Chris, Ivan, Lavelle, Zeke Parker, Arnold Jackson, exempt.
Okay, after the call, we'll do a tandem. You can put a tandem on here.
Dana, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's going on, Maven, man? What's going on, Steve? How y'all doing today, man?
Good, man.
All right, so sitting there listening to you guys, and I came up with a tandem.
Ooh,
I know you guys are going to remember edge rushers that used to give quarterbacks nightmares. How about Dwayne White and Michael Josiah?
That's a good one. That's a really good
one. That is absolutely.
And they were nasty attitudes. Like not in a bad way.
They used to beat guys up, physically beat guys up on their edge.
I like it.
You put them. And can I add a third? How about middle linebacker? We go Tyrus McCloud.
That's good too,
See,
man.
You right in my wheelhouse.
Yep.
I'm thinking that triangle right there. I dare you try to run or pass. I don't care what you do at that point. I really don't.
No, Dana. I appreciate that. That's a good call.
That's a great call because Dwayne White and Michael Josiah, like I said, they were nasty. They were like, you put those guys in there, and that would be a attitude change too. That's a good call. That's a really good call.
That's a great. Here's the thing too. When he said that, when Dana said that, I almost wanted to make Michael Josiah. I almost wanted to make him exempt too. Because
you're the worst.
Because I know
Maven wizard armor.
No, listen.
I know.
Because I know him, right?
Yeah.
And I know when he was in animal mode, like when he wanted it, right? You know how players when you say, okay, yeah, he wants it.
Yeah.
You see guys walk into class like, yeah, I'm just like they're almost like how when you're in this grocery store. And you see the kid who's dribbling and he spins off the shopping cart, and you can tell they're in their mind they can see a basketball court.
Oh yeah,
and you're like, stop, just like you're not. It's not a football field.
Sure, but
you see him like lower their shoulder and run into the wall.
Oh yeah,
Josiah. I watched him go from, I'm happy to be here to I want to eat, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, that dude's a problem, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, he's what? You know what I'm saying? So, and we live college life together.
Yeah.
Do with that what you will, but we were in college together.
Crumbs Revenge said, I think 9 of the 12 quarterbacks White Josiah tandem faced didn't finish the game.
Now, is that a real? Is that a Crumbs Revenge or is that a Kelly Dickey Crumbs Revenge?
I don't know.
So he agrees. He agrees that White Josiah thing.
Because like I said, man, they were just nasty, dude. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I mean, still Teddy, but that's
you just sneak that in there. Still rather have Bush. So tandems.
Yeah, I mean, of course, for me, obviously, I've already played my hand. It'd be Teddy and Bush. Yeah, but
Teddy and Bush. But they didn't have to play together. Okay, you're just a two man.
Yeah, like if I'm adding, because I think that they just.
I saw Chris Redmond and Ivan just work. I've never seen two people connected like better than them. Like, think about it. I would legitimately say I think I would take Redmond and Green on a offense and say I'm going to have the number 1 offense in the nation.
Yeah, no, that's tough to argue.
Like if you stick Redmond and Ivan Green on this team and gave me Fitzpatrick and Hassan and Tutu,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Like you turned my offense and Makai into that.
Yeah,
like
that's tough to argue.
When you own the middle of the field, I mean, Satterfield came in talking about owning the middle of the field with his tight ends.
He absolutely did. I mean,
Ivan's never dropped a pass in his life.
In his life.
He's never dropped the ball.
Yeah. Somebody said Eli and Teddy. They had a nice little connection.
Okay, Eli and Teddy, or would you take Ivan and Chris Redmond?
Probably Ivan and Chris. Yeah.
Brian. Teddy and Eli were good.
Well, let me give you my reasoning. Teddy, okay, Ivan.
Let me tell Brian.
Okay.
Teddy and Eli, or Ivan and Chris.
Here's my reasoning why I would go Ivan and Chris. Chris would be in the top 3 quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Ivan is probably number 1 on tight end. I think we'd all agree with that.
Probably.
Right.
Him and Barnage.
Yeah, I mean, but Ivan was just. I mean,
he
was
Ivan,
an all.
Ivan was better. I agree.
But Teddy would be number 1 on quarterback. Eli's not top 3 receiver.
I agree.
Going back down the list, and I loved Eli Rogers.
But would Teddy be the number 1 quarterback?
He would. For me, probably, but he
would be for me.
He
too.
would be in everybody's top 3 though. So I'm kind of like
but
saying.
Some people would argue Lamar. He was the Heisman winner.
So him and Chris would be on even playing fields. I don't think Ivan and Eli are. So that's why I would say, okay, give me 2 guys that would.
Chris and Deion Branch.
Over who?
Teddy and Eli.
Yeah.
That one's closer.
Are we? That one's closer.
I think the gap between Deion Branch and Eli Rogers is a lot bigger than the gap between Teddy and Redmond. So you would give the nod to Redmond and Branch.
Isn't it crazy how quick Redmond and Ivan, like all the great football we've seen, this is not even like a tough argument to make, a tough sell, because like your eyes tell you Ivan Green and Chris Redmond are going to get a first down.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah, I know.
Like I can't even like imagine. I can't, when people say, "Oh, remember that one game they stunk it up?" I'm like, no.
Yeah, they were. That's a strong. This is one. I can't argue with you on that one. A lot of Lamar and Devontae. That'd be fun.
That'd be fun. That's just fun. That's just never miss
Lamar
a game.
and Preston Brown.
Todd's got a good. I don't want to steal his thunder, so take Todd's call because he's kind of got a good debate that we're having, but he changes out one player.
Todd, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
How's it going today, guys?
Good, real good.
Well, I think you forgot about a combination for receiver and quarterback. If it was me and I had to choose, I would take Teddy Bridgewater and Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
Devontae was a catch man. I mean, you threw it to him, he caught it. And with having those two together, that's why we were kind of hoping that Teddy wouldn't have gone to New Orleans, that he could get back with Devontae in Miami. So, I mean, I think they were the best tandem as far as quarterback and receiver.
You know what?
And plus, Devontae's from home.
Listen, I would have that argument. I appreciate the call, Todd. But here's what I would say to you. I'd say the Teddy Devontae is a big play, but Chris Redmond, who's also from home, and Ivan Green, who's also from home, low risk, they're going to get a completion more than Teddy Bridgewater and Devontae Parker. I agree with you. Devontae's awesome. Teddy's awesome.
But I would put Devontae ahead of Eli.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So in that comparison, I think you're really close with Teddy and Devontae, and then Deion Branch and Chris Redmond. That's pretty equal.
But we stuck with Ivan and Chris Redmond. We made that one dirt.
Hey, Doug Beaumont texted me and said he would take Teddy and Devontae. So
he would take Teddy and Devontae over.
Well, no, I just think he was saying. No, he was just saying in general, give him Teddy and Devontae.
Nah, throw him under the bus. Tell him.
Why not Beaumont Froman? Come on, Beaumont Froman.
I'm still taking Chris Redmond.
No, here's the thing. Okay, so here's an interesting one that we hadn't thought about, because we're talking about their production at the college level. My buddy Brian Noltemeyer texts in and he says Brian Brom and Harry Douglas.
I like. Brom is the one that I when I'm doing the quarterback list, I always feel the dirtiest for Brian, not Jeff. I always
his play in college was great, and that's what you got to go by.
Yeah, I always feel the dirtiest for leaving off, because we won at such a massive level.
I know,
with Brian. So yeah, I mean he's my dirty, where I'm like, no, I feel so nasty.
Brian Brown?
Yeah, I shouldn't leave him out. but it's tough, man. I mean, LaForest is there too. Both of those guys are kind of.
You haven't stole Redmond from me though.
I would have liked to seen Teddy and Devontae in an offense that would have allowed Devontae to do a little more than just be sideline guy. Yeah, I think that would have been, because Devontae, I mean, he was a monster, man. That could go across the middle, that could do those things that never really did in that offense.
So Just settle on one of our top choices on offense, and then settle on defense. So we went Dwayne, and we went White and Josiah on defense.
Probably. Or Jair. I mean, I know it's new. Yeah. I mean, it's new, but man, I mean, the swag he would bring to the team.
So we couldn't pair him with anybody, though. We didn't pair Jair with somebody.
I don't care.
Just by himself.
I mean, yeah, man, you shut down one half of the field in college.
He was really good.
I know. That's what I'm like, man, I don't know.
And I hate these players that you don't realize how good they are until the last, 6
He's
games.
gonna be one of the best corners in the NFL soon.
I know, yeah. He's I think he's next level, really, really good. Like he may be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done.
Which is really, I don't want to say surprising, but he doesn't have a stature that just jumps off the page at you. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those perfect examples of like when Morrison and them came in, just talking about a guy who competes at a psychological he competes harder than you in his brain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just it's not over talent. I'm just not like Deion Sanders speed. He just competes crazy.
I know, man. Getting a few Harry Douglases in here too. Harry Douglas he's one of those guys that's just so underrated too.
Yeah.
He don't get mentioned a lot with how good he was. And part of it was because Mario was kind of, you're
Freak.
Obviously I'm not comparing, but he was kind of your Devontae, where it's he's the bigger name that goes over the top, he's going to catch more touchdowns, our big time touchdowns,
I was hanging out with Jonathan Israel, and he was like, I got Mario's number. I said, you call him right now, and you tell him that he's one of the best players.
Yeah.
I personally think he's one of the best receivers ever.
Well, I remember reading the Sports Illustrated or the ESPN article that said it was comparing because they were both coming out around the same time. It was in a few years, Mario Urrutia and Calvin Johnson will be the two biggest names in the NFL. Well, there was one of those were right.
It's situational.
Yeah, right, right. But it was, man. I know
you get.
It's been a lot of good players, man.
I know that we've seen.
Yeah,
we've seen these. It's not like Joe Namath. It's no, these are.
Yeah, but man, Mike Bush. Mike Bush was awesome, dude.
Sam Madison or Jair Alexander?
I mean, you got to go Sam. Just
on resume, yeah.
Resume, yeah. But Jair has the ability to be there.
Ray Buchanan or Jair Alexander?
That one's a little closer. That I think. I mean, still, it's tough to go against a guy like Buchanan, who you saw a long NFL career.
Big play, right?
Yeah. I mean, so that's. But I mean, I go back to. I mean, on a Saturday night in Death Valley.
Jair's a monster.
I mean, do you watch? Yeah. I mean, do you watch
Jair
take over a game? I mean,
what about the one? The return.
Yeah. I mean, against
on my
Florida
birthday,
State.
the Clemson blackout.
Oh yeah.
Jair Alexander,
yeah.
I don't know if it's interception or was it a punt return.
I don't remember.
He was awesome.
Yeah,
he was just awesome.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he just, man, he could. Now Charles Gaines or Jair would definitely be Jair. I liked Gaines, but that's to me that's a no-brainer. I don't know, man. Jair's good though. Like I said, projecting out, I mean, he may be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done.
We have gotten entirely carried away with this one.
No, we haven't. This is great. This was good. This is reminding you there is a lot of football tradition here. And this is why
we fielded some. Okay, the whole point of this one, this exercise today, people, is you can pick up endless guys who were effective on a national level, right?
Yeah.
You have top duos. You have you've been putting number one offenses on field. You're capable to. this is just to get you off that Louisville can never be. No, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong. Like, you've watched Louisville defenses, set college, interception records. You know what I'm saying? Recruiting to Louisville.
Yeah.
You didn't need like some magical recruiting coup. You know what I'm saying? You get players. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's like I said, I'll have the argument with you that you still never be Bama. You know what I'm saying? But I'll do that. But just like, you're closer to every 3-year strike.
Yeah.
Than not.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Louisville's worst teams. You're closer to the better, the better of the Louisville teams than the worst of the teams.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you're coming up with people that are really, really effective. Quick commercial break. Last commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maybe at 8150-939 is the number, 939 Ville.
There comes a time in some people's lives where they wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and say to themselves, oh my God, I'm going bald. If that's you, don't get depressed, because I have fantastic news for you. I'm Brandon Lang, best known for the movie Two for the Money, with Academy Award-winning actor Matthew McConaughey playing yours truly. When I decided to fix my baldness, I researched hundreds of doctors across the country before deciding on one of the best right here in your hometown, Parsley Waldman Hair Center of Louisville. My consultation was so easy, and as it turned out, more affordable than you could have ever imagined. Dr. Waldman and his staff treated me like family, and from the moment I walked in the door till the time I left, I was treated like royalty. Go to hairsurgery.com right now and let Parsley Waldman help you get your hair back and your self-confidence back as well. That is hairsurgery.com. That's hairsurgery.com, and take the first step to being young again.
Are you looking for a job in the lawn care industry? Bosch Lawn Care is looking for individuals experienced with landscaping and lawn care. We're looking for crew supervisors, as well as lawn care and landscaping and lawn care technicians who are skilled and motivated.
With a competitive starting pay and a rewarding career outdoors, Bosch Lawn Care has an opportunity for you. Call us now to schedule an interview at 833-243-8288 or visit us online at BoschLawnCare.com. That's BAISCH LawnCare.com. Professional, affordable Bosch Lawn Care.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
At the DFH Company, they know you got lucky last summer. You limped your AC unit to the finish line, but now it's time to face reality. You need a new system, so it's time to call DFH. Buy a complete Trane system and get one of the following: either 12-month special financing, a free humidifier, a Wi-Fi controlled thermostat, or an air cleaner. It's hard to stop a Trane, so call DFH at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Subject to credit approval, visit dfhcompany.com for complete details.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
With UPS, future you graduates from Metro College with zero debt. How? As a package handler, you'll have a great job while you attend Metro College, and 100% of your tuition will be covered. Future you goes further than you imagine. Find out what you'll become at UPS.
We are ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and best sports talk. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
The weather may be warm, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be dry. So don't let rain give you an excuse to not work out. Take away any excuse making by visiting Fitness Market. It's a lot easier to hit the treadmill or elliptical when it's down the hall and not a drive to the gym away. I have a Precourt treadmill from Fitness Market, and I see firsthand why it's the gold standard. It's better quality than the ones I run on at the gym, and right now at Fitness Market, you can get a Precourt treadmill starting at $39 per month or an elliptical starting at $36 a month. And if you need to get a piece of equipment serviced, their service division, the Treadmill Medic, is what Chris and Pat Wider founded the business on 19 years ago. No matter what your exercise needs are, Fitness Market will have the selection you need, from treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, indoor bikes, weights, to even e-bikes. Besides Precourt, you can find brands like Matrix, Kaiser, Spirit, and Hoist. Visit Fitness Market on Westport Road just inside the Snyder, or Plantside Drive and Waterson Trail, or online at thefitnessmarket.com. This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150, 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. I legitimately felt like we got carried away. I didn't know that conversation was going to go that far deep into it. I was just going to go football, basketball. Who's the guy you would add to this team? People got emotional. People got the most emotional about Harry Douglas.
Probably. Yeah, probably so. Which is fair.
End of the day, Michael Bush.
Yeah, probably Michael Bush.
If we break it back down to one player for this team, it would be Michael Bush.
Yeah, for me, yeah. I just think, man, you could change so much with a big time running back like that.
I'm still trying not to go Lamar.
I know. It's like he did win a Heisman Trophy.
Like. Are you even allowed to have a conversation? Like, okay, or do we just exempt Lamar?
I know it's like, man, he won the Heisman.
Yeah, because Lamar, he doesn't. You don't have to think with.
You know what I hate? What I really hate is it's the record while he was here. I think that will forever be.
Funny. It's really funny you say that.
It will forever be, and I hate it. Not an asterisk, but it will forever be a little bit of a, because what did I say earlier? I mean, Teddy won the Sugar Bowl, you know, and with Brom, I say, man, it's hard to break because, man, I watched Brom, man, we won at such a high level with Brom. Lamar, I think will always, that will be the, dude, he won the Heisman Trophy. I will go on record and say, I bet Lamar's we never have another Heisman Trophy winner in my lifetime. I bet we never have another Heisman Trophy winner at Louisville in my lifetime. I hope I'm wrong.
I mean, you hate saying that, but yeah.
But I mean, there's
Alabama has two.
Two,
yeah, right?
You know, I mean, it's crazy. Like so, but I think the record while he was here is why it's easier to be like, I'll take another guy. I mean, what if Teddy had won the Heisman? I would be like, you blasphemous, sick, know what?
No conversations here.
If you ever say anything about Teddy Bridgewater,
if Michael Bush wins that Heisman.
He kind of did, because he was going to win the Heisman, and we were going to win the championship. I don't want to talk about it anymore. But Lamar's...
You were just ready to end the show after that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. That just makes me sick. But
yeah, okay, so Lamar is kind of the reason I said it's interesting you say that, I was prepping the show, I think it was yesterday, you know, it crossed my mind when we were talking about expectations of Louisville teams, right? And I was gonna go through the record, I was going to go back over the record and say, what were out of the last 7 years, Steve? And I just want you to take a real dry guess at this. Out of the last, let's say, 7 years, since Bobby 2.0, right?
Yeah.
How long was it, the second run? About 5 years?
Yeah. Well, we had 5 seasons.
Okay, well, his 5 seasons. How many times did he overachieve, or did he beat the over and under for wins?
The over and under on a season? Jeez,
would you say more of the times he won more than they were supposed to? Okay, because the year Lamar goes off,
they were probably around 8 or so. What they won 9.
The expectation was probably 7. The Vegas over and under was probably 7.5.
The first year, or Lamar's freshman year, going into Auburn, they were probably about even. His first year here, our first year in the ACC, they may have went over.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he was about right on. More times than not.
That's what I'm saying.
Right
he probably won every year. He probably beat it by a game.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Or was within a game every year.
Okay, Lamar's last year.
Oh, you were definitely under.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were definitely under. You were coming into that season, man. People were.
But I don't know. Vegas is over unders. They're not high like Clemson's is like 11.
How many did we win Lamar's last year? Was it 7, 8? 8.
Right, Brian?
Probably.
I think it was 8.
Yeah,
I think so.
We didn't have a 7.
We may over under may have been 8.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
that's reasonable.
He's either hit it or
he was close. Yeah,
I think been over more times than not.
Yeah.
So so this 3.5 thing is stupid.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
That was going to be my whole point. 3.5.
If Lamar, if you just beat Kentucky or Houston and you go to the Orange Bowl and you win the Orange Bowl, I think you're then it's a whole other conversation. It's a whole other conversation at that point. Then you're like, well, yeah, but I mean, he went to the New Year's Six Bowl or BCS Bowl and won, because that's Brom. Brom, you were ranked high, but you had the loss that knocked it out. But you still went to the Orange Bowl. I mean, you beat Wake Forest. I mean, that was
asterisk
because the probably maybe our best season overall. And it was kind of like you drew Wake.
There's nothing worse than that.
Ugh.
Listen, there's nothing worse than having a great season and drawing a crappy bowl.
And I was pumped because we were in a BCS bowl. It was like BCS, but then it was like, but you're playing Wake.
But that's why you and I think I've won you over more times than not with, give me the lesser bowl game with Auburn, you know what I'm saying, than the better bowl game with that school, with Boise.
Wake Forest.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't stand.
But that Boise game, man, that was 2 top 10 teams.
But that's what I'm saying. It's still, I don't want to. I still want Michigan.
I know.
I don't want Boise. I don't care what they're ranked.
That was New Year's Eve.
I don't.
2 top 10 squads.
I don't care.
I was there.
I hate it.
That's one of the best bowl. That's one of the top 3 bowl games we ever been to. Like that one was awesome.
You know what?
They were undefeated.
You know what that was? It felt like. It felt like one of those death matches that you watch. Like the loser of this goes back into football purgatory.
People were realistically that year saying this is only behind the national championship. Louisville Boise's only behind the national title game. Yeah, they're like
high powered.
This is the best, and it shattered records.
Right,
being there. I mean, they just kept coming over the loudspeaker saying the first quarter record.
Zeke Parker is the best returner ever. Go ahead. He's the best.
Yeah. Roger Clark.
Agreed.
Was close.
Clark was good. I think Zeke Parker.
Zeke Parker is the best.
Arnold Jackson was good too.
He was Boise.
So was Trent Guy. He don't get talked about a lot, dude. He was a monster returning.
I'm still taking Zeke.
I may go Trent Guy.
Zeke is. It's my guy.
Okay.
No,
fair enough.
Listen, Zeke's not like my guy. Like, I don't care what your opinion is. Like,
yeah,
I've seen him up close.
No, I'm okay
run
with
track.
that. Sure,
he's the best ever.
Yeah.
Boise, Louisville.
I just, man, I mean, they just kept. They were like the points scored in the first half or first quarter. Most points scored in the first half. It was nuts.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like, I hate the matchup because Boise deserves a shot at, that place. You know what I'm saying? Boise deserves a shot at, knocking off a big name. But see, I really felt like they did that a lot, especially around that time. It's still the nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. The people who have been making those decisions are still making those same decisions. I'm not giving Boise a shot at Clemson if Clemson doesn't make, if it's not Alabama, Clemson, or Clemson, Notre Dame, you don't stick Boise in there because if they win, you gotta do Gonzaga them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to start one seed in Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I was disgusted with that matchup. But I feel you.
Yeah, it was
still a good game.
Yeah.
How do I get that far? But yeah, I get your point with the Lamar Jackson.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna have to do. We can finish the show like this. I tweeted out, so Marcus thinks Taco Fall is better than Anthony Davis. With that said, if anyone's looking to add a new co-host, I'm available. Haha. I'm getting way too much Kentucky love. This got to go. This tweet's got to go.
I'm listening. No. Let it.
There's way too many Kentucky fans. Yeah, Steve. No. To hell with you. No, we don't agree.
That was not directed at you.
No, I don't agree with you guys. Stop. No,
we're not on the same team.
Don't tweet me. All right, God.
Yeah, and so they thought that I was just.
Oh yeah, I mean they think you're an idiot, of course, but it's
just knocking on Anthony Davis.
But I'm sitting here reading the tweets and I'm like, Taco Fall can't play. I don't want this. I don't want this. I'll give it another hour or so, but it's gone. It's gone.
Taco's really
it's
underrated.
Gone. It's gone.
You knew that was going to happen when you tweeted it out.
Yeah.
You totally knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, it's got to go.
Taco Fall is tough.
Just got to go.
Really big hands.
I mean, dude, listen. Some of the names that are liking this tweet.
I'm listening.
It's actually. I mean, there's a lot of Louisville fans. Thank God. Thank you all so much. But then there's a few like Jim Bill cats, and
am I tagged in?
This is just terrible. Yeah.
Oh man, no, now I'm hurt. Ethan. Once Ethan Moore chimes in,
yeah.
Now my feelings is hurt.
I know. I mean, it was a terrible argument, but it's just like I just can't. I can't do the Kentucky friendship thing. Like, no, we're not.
Yeah, I just got a text from my buddy Steven, and he says, the Midday Rush on the other station just played the Taco Fall sound from Maben. I felt bad for you and Rummage. You should have sent it to a hard break.
Well, isn't that interesting?
I get it. Yeah, it's got to go. It's got to go.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, I mean, if we had 72 people do.
That was funnier than you realize, Brian. Play us on out, bro. Steve?
Yeah, this tweet's got to go. I don't like you guys, so we're not friends.
This is funny. This is funny.
You've definitely created a stir.
So during the show, they had an intern go get the sound from the show to play it on their show in the middle of the show with their interns. Just so
somebody was tweeting their show. Jack came back here and was like, "Did Maben say something about Taco Fall being better than Davis?"
Steve, did you just hear that? They sent an intern to get the sound from the show during the show to play on their show.
We have a good show.
Thank you for promoting our show.
We have a good show. It's the best show in the city.
On
Brian, Steve, Marcus. Hey, I'd want to listen to us too. I got a national championship cup too. We didn't even get to talk about that.
Trent guy's good. I agree, Texter.
He was the best.
I see 3 on 3. I want to read that text too, but
tweet's got to go. Ohio State, that was good.
You know what? I don't even want to say I was joking. I was dead serious. You know what? I was dead serious when I said Taco Fall is better than Anthony Davis.
And I'm with you.
Keep that sound. Play it over and over again. Yes. No, I wasn't joking. I was dead serious. I wasn't being sarcastic. That was the truth. I honestly feel that in my heart. LeBron, Taco, and who did they just sign? LeBron, Taco, and
Kawhi Leonard.
No.
Kevin Durant.
No, they just signed somebody else.
I thought we were listing the all-time great. Thought we were listing the all-time greats.
Taco, Kawhi, and LeBron. I was serious. Don't at me. Golly. You give people too much credit. Midday with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville.